Hi, we're Dave and Meg from Virginia, and we had a wonderful time in Branson, Missouri. The True Legends Conference was life-changing, and we want to thank Steve and all the speakers. Had a great time. We look forward to the next one.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, I've been following all this biblical prophecy stuff for 30 years, and just in the last year, I came across Steve in LA and just learning more about how God is revealing all these new things, and such as giants. I mean, at first I was just like, wow, but it's the documentation, the research that's been done is just mind-blowing. So I just encourage all the listeners out there to, if you have an opportunity to attend one of these conferences, do it. It'll change your life.
Amen.
We're really blessed. Thanks,
so much.
Rhonda.
My sister, my eldest sister, she was the one over there, Dr. Naylor. She was the one that has been following him for almost 20 years. And in the process of that, she was telling me about it. And when this came up, oh my goodness, she just went to the roof.
Oh yeah.
And so we had to come.
Yeah.
This is I knew about him, I listened to some of his tapes, but I couldn't grasp. I had to come here.
Yes.
I was drawn to come so I will be able to know what has done and what God is doing for me.
That's right.
In my life. So when we got here, it has been just crazy good. Crazy good. The only thing I wanted to do was ask Steve, what do I do with what I have right now, with this newfound portal that he opened up in my heart for God.
Yes.
And
I can't speak for Steve because he said no one will ever speak for me.
Right.
But I can only imagine he would say, take it to Jesus
Take
in
it
prayer.
to Jesus. MS.
You
Yes.
know? Right.
Yes.
Right.
But my bride, Sabrina, and my sister is the one that has been following him and been feeding me about him,
Right.
about Dr. Lake, about
Tom Horn's funny.
Horn. Yeah, he's out of
hilarious.
control.
Yeah, he is.
I love him. And being able to get to this was fantastic.
Wonderful.
I hope and pray that they do this again somewhere, wherever it's at.
I know.
I'll be there.
That's right. That's
Okay?
right.
Yes.
God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you.
I've been following Steve Quayle for years, and by following him, I started hooking up with L.A. Marzulli and Dr. Lake, Dr. Heiser, and the Tom Horn, Chris Putnam, and just to see all of them come together as one and begin to explain. To see him in person was awesome. The whole conference was awesome.
Yeah, very high caliber.
It was more than I anticipated. I'm still excited. It was more than I anticipated. I was overwhelmed. I'm still overwhelmed. I'm ready for the next one now. But I guess I have to go home and
digest.
Yes,
Yes.
digest. And with so many people from so many different places, from so many different cultures.
And now you introduced your family.
Yes.
To the Steve Quayle.
Yes, my sister. This is my sister-in-law and I, and then my brother and all us came together. I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful
Good.
that I went.
What an excellent interview.
Oh, I don't know about that, but it's just how I feel. And I loved it. I thank God for making the way for me to go. He will give you what you ask for.
That's right.
And I asked him in March, would he make a way for me to go? And April, it was done.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it was done.
That's how he works.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Sabrina Naylor, and I am from Virginia. I guess the biggest thing I got out of the conference primarily is that I need to learn a lot more. You just spoke to my sister-in-law, who is the one who initially got us involved in knowing Steve Quayle and Tom Horn and Derek Gilbert and all of those guys. And I think the learning of things that you don't know, getting an understanding. And even though I don't truly have an understanding of everything that was said, and I still have to digest and study a lot of things, I'm just glad that God has somebody that has the information, that's willing to impart it into his people, at the right time. And for the conference, I think it was awesome. And to see so many different people of different nationalities still lets you know that God is in a time in which there is so much that's coming against us and dividing us, that God can still bring his people together to have a good time, to learn what we need to know for the end times.
That's right. That's right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
My name is Bernadette Bullock. I'm from Henderson, North Carolina. I just wanted to say I really enjoyed myself. I really learned a lot. The people, I enjoyed the people that was there. They were real friendly people, real nice people. You know, they reached out, they helped you, they talked to you, and everything was excellent. I'm a new beginner in this, and I just want to learn more.
Awesome. Awesome.
Hello, I'm Tom Yazzie, 100% Navajo, Native American. Yateshikis Hatishmanana, which means hello, my friends, how are you? I am in Branson, Missouri, attending a conference, the 6th Gen conference with Steve Quayle, having a wonderful time, seeing all kinds of people out here, hearing all kinds of stories. Some of those stories that Tom Horn shared, it was incredible because it paralleled with what I learned when I was a young kid growing on the reservation. It's amazing. I love being here. We have a lot to learn about our generations in the past and what's to come. Thank you very much for having me down
Well, they
here.
like you.
I love being here. It's amazing. The lady I'm talking with right now, she's an awesome lady. Got to meet her. Being on the reservation, Tom Horn is talking about things, the tribal elders, how you would get so far, and then all of a sudden they shut up, and that's just something Navajos do or Native Americans do. Being on the reservation and being raised in the environment, I know what it's like. Being there, a lot of the traditions that we are brought up with, we are told as young children. My mother and father told me these are things you're never to speak of. If you speak about these things, you can bring bad spirits or bad witchcraft to yourself. We never spoke about it. They're talking about it here. My eyes are wide open. Thank you very, very much. This is a great, great experience for me. Thank you.
Sorry, Dan. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you don't need to be sorry.
Right, but it would, but I'll tell you what, right now I'm trying to get this thing going. We've got so many people jammed up, but I'll be back here at noon for at least 2 hours.
I got an extra ticket, so we got somebody that needs to get it. Oh, okay.
Some tickets that will be given away after we're done. Front door, people over there that are checking. Yeah, tell them, okay? That way nobody can pass off tickets.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Good and hiding it on TV.
I'm sorry.
Name's James from Kansas City. Took a lot from Henry Groover. Didn't realize he was that energetic at such an old age. Been a fantastic conference.
Awesome, awesome.
Thank you.
Glad you came. God
you.
bless you. Make sure you subscribe to Steve Quayle's YouTube channel.
Email here in a minute.
All righty. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Just tell us who you are and where you come from and what you.
Miller.
And you need to.
Union, Iowa.
And what have you taken away so far?
It's very
informative.
Very informative.
Very informative. I need to hold you for a second.
The conference here has been absolutely amazing. We have had so much information and it all correlates together, and it's like a beautiful tapestry. You see everything coming together, and you turn the other side and it just makes the full picture. And learning, it just blows me away how much information that God has given his people, and yet still there are people in the body of Christ that are blind to a lot of this stuff or ignorant of it. I don't want to say that word very lightly, but it's true. And so having fellowship and having people from around the world, 40 countries, and people from all over the United States here that are all on the same page and understand the day and the hour is so very vital and so very important. And so it's just nice to have that fellowship, and you don't have to explain yourself. They know they're on the same page with you. So it's just a blessing and powerful. I'm looking forward to the service tomorrow. That Tim, Albreno, every one of the speakers have knocked it out of the park. They are amazing. I am so grateful for these mighty men of God that are they're doing what God has raised them up to do, and that is to equip the saints to stand in this evil day.
Awesome. You're great to interview.
Leanna Westcamp, and what I've taken away is just they put everything that we're seeing and discerning when you have it in your spirit, that we are, they're just putting it all together in a nutshell and making it all make sense, so you don't walk away feeling crazy or that you're out in left field, and then you're here with all like-minded people and you just feel a sense of God's presence and that He has a plan for us, and in the end He wins and we win with Him.
We're gonna kick the devil.
We're gonna kick their butt.
We're gonna kick his butt. That's right. And how about you?
I'm Kelly Riley. I'm from St. Louis, and I think the best part has been the way he has been able to weave all of the Christianity along with history, so that the history doesn't seem so lost to us and in pieces and smaller bits and pieces. It doesn't seem so scattered. So he's able to put everything together and weave it in together. It's one big story and truth for everybody to kind of come together and understand. So it's been a great experience. A lot of learning going on.
You guys are all real revved up. I did an interview yesterday, and people were just, saying their name and where they were from, but everybody's real pumped up now.
Well, everybody's on the same page.
Are we going to kick the devil's butt?
We're going to totally kick his butt.
That's right.
Everybody's on the same page here, so
That's
it's been kind of nice to be around people that are all speaking the same language. Where out in the world you feel a little crazy,
right?
But here you don't feel so crazy.
Yeah, right,
so.
right. Thank you very much. God bless you, girls. And what have you taken away from the interview? I scared her. Poor thing.
The conference is beyond anything I would have ever expected. It exceeds my expectations. Many times. We can communicate our emotions by being here, but until they actually hear the speaker speak, which the DVD would offer, they could never really understand what the fire is.
Yes. And are we going to kick the devil's butt?
Absolutely, we're going to kick him.
Amen. Thank you.
Take up the sword.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Susan Cuteman, and I drove 6.5 hours from Memphis to be here because I'm a huge fan of, obviously, all the speakers here today, and really looking forward to hearing the new things that Steve's going to tell us in his talk tonight.
Awesome. And what have you taken away so far, Henry Groover and L.A. Marzulli?
The main thing for me as a Christian is that, first and foremost, it's about Christ as Lord and Savior.
It's all Christ-centered, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So they don't ever me. They bring it back to Jesus.
For me.
That's right. And are we going to kick the devil's butt?
He already knows he's been kicked.
Yes. But I think this weekend is empowering the saints to know that we have the authority.
Absolutely, and that's what Henry Gruber did, and his point was that we have dominion if we just realize that we need to take it. We have dominion.
Right.
So I really like that point Henry made.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Hi, it's Vicki from Minnesota, and I'm here just to enjoy the conference and be with other like-minded Christians and get to know the Lord better.
And what have you taken away from this weekend?
A little of everything, but I think more than anything, we always have to be grounded in the Word.
And we're going to kick the devil's butt?
We're going to kick the devil's butt.
Good going, girl. Thank you very much.
I'm DJ. I live in Kansas City. And I would like to say this conference and all of the people that are speaking here, everyone that's engaged, Timothy Alberino, Dr. Michael Lake, Stephen Quayle, all of these guys, even Douglas Hagman, who hasn't seen him walk through, hasn't gotten on stage. But I would consider them to be more like modern day heroes of the faith because they're intellectually giving undeniable evidence and proof for God and for His love for humanity. And after they get done speaking, just like Henry Gruber talking about taking back your dominion with the information and the heart and the passion that they put behind it, it's so easy to do. It's so easy to do. And if more men and women would start listening and start digging into the gospel and listening to the information that they're pushing out there, man, we could change everything in a heartbeat, no problem.
Awesome. Well done. And we're going to kick the devil's butt?
That's right.
Amen. Good job.
It's already done, but yeah, we'll do it again.
That's right.
going. I've just been to the Steve Quayle True Legends Conference and from Australia. It was a fantastic weekend with awesome speakers and presentations.
I am Lawrence Strada. I'm Apache from Arizona. I'd like to say that the True Legends convention we had here is very, very heartwarming and brought a lot of knowledge to our people. I'd like to ensure that anybody that listens to Steve Quayle, listen to his work.
Yes, sir. You know, listen, folks, and all the doom and gloom and everything that's going around, we've got to remember this, that Jesus told us right at the end. He says, listen, be of good cheer, not pickled face, not crying and upset. Be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. And he also said this, when the Holy Spirit fell in the book of Acts, everybody's a little bit confused. And Peter comes along and says, hey, wait a minute now. He says, this is that the prophet Joel spoke about. So you know what we're seeing here today in Branson? Confirmation that this is that. Now, here's the question. What are you going to do about that? Amen. If we don't do something with all this information, all this knowledge we got, then it's just knowledge and information. This is that. What are we going to do about that? God bless you. Thanks. Thanks for all you do. God bless you, Dave. Reconnect. There we are. This is Henry Groover. Good morning.
Good morning.
You don't have to introduce yourself.
Hallelujah.
You have an encouraging word for us today?
Just get close to Jesus and hang on and don't let go. Amen?
Amen.
Remember, the only way Noah and his family was saved is he found grace where? In the eyes of the Lord. You're not going to find his eyes down on your feet. You got to look up. You got to keep your eyes on the Lord, because if you don't keep your eyes on the Lord, there's too many things on the right and on the left that are going to distract you and mess you up. But if you keep your eyes on the Lord, your faith is strong, you've got peace in your heart, you've got a song, you're ready for war. Hallelujah. Amen? Keep peace, that means the absence of fear. Keep a song, that's your rejoicing, because if you're trusting the Lord, then the scripture says you will rejoice. Don't tell me you're trusting the Lord when you're looking down and looking all over. Trust the Lord, and the evidence of trusting him is you will rejoice. You will have a song. You will have a rejoicing heart. And that's the fruit of your trusting the Lord. Amen? God bless you. It's good to be here in this conference. There's excitement, there's expectancy here. Everyone I've talked to have enjoyed and just been so blessed by the speakers. And I get my turn today at 2 o'clock, so we're going to see what the Lord will say. But hang on, it's going to get better and better in Jesus' name. God bless you.
Hi, good morning. We're live on Steve Quayle's YouTube. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Are you really doing this to me again?
Yo, absolutely. Could you tell me who you are and where you came from?
Hi, I'm CL. I live in Branson, Missouri.
And what are you taking away from this so far?
Well, I tell you what, this is an amazing conference. And the bottom line, at least in my opinion, is that people are waking up to the fact that a lot of this is real.
Right.
And it's a really powerful evangelical tool.
That's awesome.
For the world.
That's right.
Blessings.
Well, thank you. Enjoy your day.
Thank you. Bye.
Glad you came.
So much information that is being given to us. Spirit educate us.
Yes, yes.
That we may learn what we're up against.
Yes.
Spirituality.
Right,
darkness.
right.
And
sorry, dear.
I'm glad that someone is telling us.
Yes,
Because
someone's speaking the truth.
We're not learning this in church.
No, no.
We're not.
No, no. Sorry, dear. Oops, excuse me.
That's all right. And I love Steve Quayle. He's awesome.
Thank you very much. There's her
Dominic
husband.
and Pat Horacio, Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Nice.
And we've been fans of Steve for probably about 10 years now.
Very nice.
And every day I go out and I look to see what's going on quickly, before work or any other things we need to do. And then, of course, I've got to know all these other people through Steve. Henry Gruver is one of our favorites.
Right.
And we really have come closer to the Lord.
Now, how did you get here?
We went into El Paso to fly out,
Yep.
to Denver, then to Springfield, and drove from Springfield.
Awesome, awesome.
So we were,
I can't believe the caliber of this conference.
it's wonderful.
You know.
Everything is put together so well. The
That's
music
right.
is wonderful.
That's
The
right.
seats are great. The people are wonderful.
That's right.
Everybody's friendly.
Awesome.
Really a good experience.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I moved down here about 5 years ago.
Right? It's beautiful. I never thought that Missouri had so much activity.
Yeah,
I mean, on every road, left and right, there's so much to do. And what have you taken away from the conference so far?
Well, we've been listening to Steve Quayle for a long time, and Tom Horn over, what?
20 years.
20 years now.
20 plus years.
Sorry for the shaking.
And it's been a growing experience following him and listening to him. And
Right, and Henry Gruver's up today, Steve Quayle's up today, and Pastor Langford's up tomorrow. Bring your boxes of tissues. I'm not going to leave my room without it. Pardon me? Marzulli's on today, too. So he's going to make a big laugh. Thank you very much, and you enjoy your day.
We're now new best friends. Yep. Came here by ourselves.
Well, I tell you, when you're at a conference and you meet someone, it's like a lifelong friendship.
Absolutely.
And do you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Madonna. I'm from Houston, Texas, and I got introduced formally, or I'm Catholic. Anyway, my mother had passed away last year, and I had started watching Steve Quayle at that time. And so he was the one, before I had never read the Bible. And So anyway, Mr. Quayle had said something about learning and reading your Bible. So I started from the beginning, started at Genesis. And I'm still reading, and I feel like a sponge. Like I want to learn and hear everything and learn as much as I can about God.
Right.
This has been a transformation.
Yes.
So I thank Mr. Quayle for leading me on that journey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Melanie McGraw from South Carolina. And hi, Mom, Jane, Frederick. Sorry you're not here. I know you want to be here so bad, and you're watching this right now. But I feel like the Lord has led me here, and I'm so excited to take this information back home.
That's right. Thank you, ladies, and enjoy your day.
Hi, I'm Cindy from Illinois. This is my sister Cheryl from Illinois. We traveled here together. I'm very excited to be here, learning an awful lot, and I'm fairly new to Giants and things like that. So my sister talks to me about it quite often. So I decided to join and get educated in what is to come to make me a stronger and better informed Christian on what I need to know and to share.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
I'm good. She pretty much said everything.
You want to just introduce yourself?
I'm Cheryl, Cindy's sister.
Awesome.
And,
we're glad you're here.
I've been listening to Steve Quayle for, quite a few years. And he's just an awesome guy.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And the rest of them as well.
All
They're
of
men
them
of God
are.
that deserve double
Absolutely.
honor.
Absolutely. I'm
They
so
truly
grateful for all the information that they bring to us. And it's just a blessing, and definitely God bless them.
That's awesome. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you.
Introduce yourself.
My name's Alex Creighton. I'm from Bobcaygeon, Ontario, Canada.
And what have you taken away so far?
Oh, this has been an absolutely awesome conference. I really appreciate the fact that
Sorry, Dan.
My daughter and I have been able to come here. Big fan of Mr. Quayle, and I just think it's been an awesome learning experience for the both of us, especially my daughter.
My name is Sheila Gardner. I'm from Plymouth, Indiana. I have truly enjoyed the conference. I have enjoyed learning how massive the Word of God is in answering the things that are happening today in our world around us.
Thank you very much.
My name is Terry Parker. I'm from Lawrence, South Carolina. I've been watching Steve on YouTube for several months now. I am really impressed with his knowledge of Giants and the Bible. I've gotten a lot out of this conference, and I would recommend it to anyone.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
My name is Nancy. I'm from Northwest Arkansas, and I started watching Steve Quayle, or listening to Steve Quayle on Hagman. Very enthusiastic, very interesting on giants and the Bible and prophetic word of knowledge, and enjoying this conference so far.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your time.
My name's Robbie Folt. I'm from Lebanon, Kentucky. I've been to several of these conferences. Of course, this is a new one. This is True Legends. But it's been great. They're cutting edge. They're talking about what's really going on. And the giants and the spirits. The giant spirits are all over in the Bible if you know where to look.
Yes.
Great conference. Great.
Awesome. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your time.
Hi, I'm Sandra Richards from Harrison, Arkansas, and we are having a wonderful time.
The caliber of this conference.
It's just been amazing, and we're so glad we came. Thank you.
You're so enthusiastic. Would you like to?
Hi, I'm Christine Lawson from Atlanta, Georgia. Learning a lot, really enjoying the ministry. It's been awesome.
I'm Melissa Levi, Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is my first experience, and it has been phenomenal.
Awesome. Hang on. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Hi, my name is Doug Miller. I'm from Eaton, Ohio, and the conference has been awesome.
Great.
Wouldn't have missed it for nothing.
Jordan Miller from Dayton, Ohio, and the conference has been mind-blowing.
Yeah, so far, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, bring your tissues tomorrow because Pastor Langford's coming. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Jeff Shemp, and I'm from Ohio, and we're here at the conference having a great time. We've looked forward to being here for months, and it's been everything we expected and more. The speakers have been top-notch, and we have learned so much in just such a short time.
Right.
So we were very glad we came.
Good morning. What's your name and where do you come from?
My name is Maxim, and I am from Minnesota. It's been a long drive. Just
Minnesota? Where's your accent from?
Not even Minnesota.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. You gotta turn it on.
Oh, there we go. That's normal.
That's not.
So we initially came from Ukraine. That's our accent, but but coming from Minnesota is still awesome because we're not used to this hilly place.
Right. It is very hilly, isn't it?
I know. It's amazing. It's kind of not comfortable.
Tim, also from Minnesota. I'm his brother. And
You're from the Ukraine?
Yeah, as well. I'm from the Nikolaev part of Ukraine. I don't know if they have that there.
Right. And what is your experience so far here at the Watchman?
Pretty good. There have been a few things, like everything that I've heard here, I have heard before, but there are a few new things that I have heard, so I'm kind of looking forward to when Steve Quayle.
Yeah, it's just a little bit more than half over.
Yep.
Hang on for tomorrow. Thank you. Enjoy your time.
My experience is fabulous. My name is Katrinka. I'm from California and Arkansas. Woo-hoo. But it is amazing to be here and to hear the information. The best part is that it's a little bit of the kingdom come on earth. Right here, like-minded people. I don't feel like a tin hat wearer or crazy either. It's wonderful.
My name's Rodney Valentine.
And where are you from, Rodney?
I'm originally from Hawaii.
Awesome.
But I've been living here in the States. There's been a prophet that came to the islands when I was a young kid and said move from the cities. I'm 53 years old now, so you can imagine that's been an experience. Came back to God listening to Steve Quayle's one of his videos, one of his ramblings, and came back to God, was scared back to God. I believe Steve Quayle is being used by God.
Absolutely.
We've come to the crossroads, and people have got to make this decision this day who we may serve.
Yes.
And brother, I thank you, Steve. You've scared me back to God, and there's no going back. Amen.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
I'm having a blast.
And your experience thus far.
Sure. I'm Kim Kinslow from Sweetwater, Tennessee, and we've had a great conference so far. We've watched Steve Quayle for several years, and this really exceeds our expectations. It's been really great.
Awesome. Very good. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Right, thank you.
From?
Hi, my name is Shanna, and I come from Kansas City, Missouri, and I am here to see Steve Quayle and pretty much everybody else.
Yes. What's your experience so far?
Actually, I have been listening for only about a year and a half, and
Yeah, you can't go back to sleep now. You're awake.
No, I am wide awake.
Yes, yes.
I am wide awake.
And the Lord will continue to be faithful to open your eyes.
Yeah, my name's Chuck McAbee. I drove here from Baltimore and caught up on some sleep, but my experience here is I'm enjoying it very much, meeting wonderful people. The main thing that I get out of these men and what I'm really happy about is that God has raised up men of God who are willing to stick their necks out there and tell the truth. And I think for about the past 10 years, I've really been awake to these things. And I knew that there was more than, just come to church or go to your local synagogue or whatever.
Yes, right.
Then this, there has to be more, and it is more. And I knew that we were being lied to for a long time, but I want to thank Steve and all the other men are here who they're letting God work in them to bring forth these things. So I drove all the way out here 22 hours so I could be here and experience this, but also to meet God.
Absolutely.
I'm thankful for Henry Gruver.
Seek him while he can be found, and he will be found here
Right.
this weekend.
Well, you seek him with all of your heart.
Yes.
And then you'll find him. So.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of the time.
God bless you.
Hi, my name's Mary. I'm from Michigan, Traverse City. Enjoying it. It is so cool to be with like-minded people. Just everybody that's here thinking the same thing and loving God, and you're gonna want the tapes. They're awesome.
I'm Margaret Reimer from Port Washington, Wisconsin.
How are you today, Margaret?
Fine.
And what is your experience so far?
It's wonderful. It's refreshing.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Dr. James Huggins. I'm a pastor at Unity Baptist Church in Chester County, Tennessee.
Wow, a Baptist preacher who's awake. Did you hear that?
Exactly right. I'm also a professor at Union University. I'm a biology professor there.
Wonderful.
And I came just to hear a great deal more about what's going on here. I've loved the scripture all my life, and I've really enjoyed it so far.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Hi, my name is Terry Vanderkoy, I come from Zeeland, Michigan.
Awesome. And what's your experience so far?
Oh, this has been the most awesome experience I've seen in my lifetime.
Good. I know it's very high caliber, top notch.
Oh, it's impressive.
I mean, I would have been happy out in a field in a tent too,
Yeah.
But I know God's going to show up and bless us all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much. Oh, yes. I will. We're live. Highway. Good morning.
Are you ready? Okay. Hey everybody, how fun to be here. We're in Branson, Missouri. I came from San Antonio, Texas. I've just been so excited to get here. I met a friend at another conference here, the Watchman in Dallas, and we both came together. We met here, and our airplane was amazing. I connected in Dallas, and our whole plane was just seemed like it was full of people coming to this conference. And so it just reminded me of like the old days, taking a flight to Las Vegas, and everybody was ready for Vegas. But I wouldn't go to that godforsaken place again now, but our whole plane, we were just yelling and praying, and Holy Spirit filled flight. So it was very exciting, and we've been praying in line that we have boldness and courage to take back the information that we learn here, and that we can share that courageously with the people back home that didn't get to come. And so we're just really feeling blessed to be here, and can't wait to just absorb all the great information that y'all have worked so hard to bring to us. Thank you so much, everybody.
Why aren't you here? This is the place to be. We're going to get deep today.
If you're not here, you need to be live streaming, and you're going to want the DVDs because it's going to be life changing.
Are you good here, sir? Can I go find out first?
How would the gentleman like to do an interview for Steve Quayle's official YouTube channel?
No thanks.
Alrighty. I'm gonna sneak in. I got my bracelet already.
Where's Steve Quayle at? How come he isn't here?
I'm not sure. Not sure. I'm sure you're live on his YouTube channel right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
You want to introduce yourself?
Yep, David Davenport. I'm here for the conference. Came in this morning at 8 o'clock and helped set everything up. And we're ready to go.
Ready to roll.
Yes, we're ready to roll.
Alrighty.
I hope all these books and everything sell and people are blessed so that we don't have to carry anything else.
That's right. So I'm taking live so that people of the audience and so that people can join in with us and not feel a part of it.
Okay.
Alrighty?
Alrighty.
Thank you. Hi, dear.
Someone else who's in charge of that.
And this is Jed. Jed is a hard-working man.
I am a hardworking man. They don't let me take breaks around here.
How many emails did you field?
Probably thousands.
A couple of hundred from me.
Last night, 1,000 last night. We only had about 50 last night, so it wasn't too bad.
Would you like to do an interview for Steve Quayle's official YouTube channel? Sure. Okay, it's live right now, so I'm going to turn the camera on you.
No problem.
Just introduce yourself and...
Hi, I'm my sweetheart.
Hello, sweetheart.
How you guys doing? Or anything you guys want to ask?
Where you from and how'd you get here?
We're from Phoenix, Arizona. Something like that. We came travel.
Yeah, we're waiting for like maybe 5 minutes or so.
Nice.
And then check back with me if she hasn't come around. I'll hook you guys up.
Who's your favorite speaker?
Well, that's a trick question.
They're all, right?
If you were waiting for just like 5 minutes, I'm so sorry.
I see on everybody, so I can't shout out, if you will, to Steve Quayle for putting this together, and looking forward to seeing everyone. Really a big fan of Timothy, LA, Missouri. Pretty much all of it.
That's right.
Looking forward to.
So during the weekend, if God touches you with something, please feel free to come back. I'll be walking around doing videos, except for when it's going on. I won't be videoing.
Well, hi from LA, Phoenix and LA.
From LA.
I know. I'm from LA too. So
Yeah.
From Phoenix. So.
Kim Kelly, who is Southern girl. And where are you from?
Mobile, Alabama.
Alabama. And how'd you get here, Kelly?
I drove 3 hours, met my parents at their home, and drove 11 more hours.
11 more hours. Awesome. Well, you hit me up this weekend and tell me what God might be sharing with you. You know, when Dr. Michael Lake speaks or Pastor Langford, I have a feeling it's going to be a very powerful weekend.
We're very excited. We've been calling it the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
World Series.
Introduce yourself. Let's
Hi,
stand with the...
I'm Jeannie Moore, coming from Idaho. I produce here the Watchman Conference, and we're here to support Steve and all the speakers who we love so much, and we just are so happy to be here. I'm staying with my friend CL, wherever she is, who happens to live in Branson. She's a volunteer at our conference, and this is going to be such a blessed event. We are just blown away at the amazing people that are here already, and thank you so much, Steve, for putting this conference on and for just inspiring Mike and I to do what we do. God bless you, Steve. God bless you, everybody.
And look at who we have here. Look at that. What a beauty.
Oh, you're
Live on Steve's Live. You look awesome.
Everyone, don't watch us because I'm sick and I didn't brush them. Get that back.
Can I hide this under the table? Thank you.
Oh my God, I can't believe you. Flying.
Doesn't she look awesome?
Go to these guys.
I will.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Baker. I'm Cindy Howerton. We came all the way from Illinois. This is so exciting. It's an amazing event.
It's like the better than the Super Bowl.
It's awesome. Steve and Tom together.
Yes, yes. Well, maybe this weekend when something has touched you or impressed something on your heart, you come back and do an interview with me, okay?
Great. Yeah, we will.
Thank
you, everyone.
Well, I'm Marty Rollman, and I'm with Numana. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer.
Chief Marketing Officer. And you guys can find a link to Numana on Steve's.
You go to numana.com//quail.
And Steve has a link right on his stevequail.com.
That's right. And he has some wonderful discounts. And if you put SQ Branson in the code, you get free shipping.
SQ Branson?
SQ Branson.
That's nice. That's awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Where do you come from?
We are from Arkansas. We just drove up today.
You drove up today.
This is our first one. We're so excited.
That's wonderful. Who's your favorite speaker? It's hard to say. It's a trick question.
Oh, we've seen all of their DVDs. Can I say Steve Quayle? Is that okay? Yeah.
And during this weekend, if God should speak to you or impress something on your heart, you come back and share it with the people who can't be here.
That's awesome.